So how are you buying these cash flow machines, like from out of state or out of country, 7,000 miles away? I know you're not that far now, but you did it before, and so how'd you do that, and how are you doing it today?
First is you have to be crystal clear on your criteria. That's definitely what led me to be successful, is I was really clear on what I wanted, and then sharing that with investor-friendly agents. And so that brings me to my next point, which is having a team. I mean, I wouldn't buy somewhere where I didn't have a go-to plumber, a go-to electrician, all of these people that are gonna make you successful. Your team is so crucial.
It's really important for everybody to understand that when you're going into a market, you have to understand the market fundamentals first. Before you call the agent, before you call your property manager, before you call your lender, before you find somebody who's maybe a potential partner, I think you really want to understand the economics of what's driving the economy in that area. Because you and I both know, Chris, somebody could send you a deal in your inbox and you're looking at it and it's like, oh, it's 50K. That's amazing. Well, there's probably a reason it's 50K. I always say you get what you pay for, right? You also want to understand things like population growth and job growth in that market. You want to make sure that you have to always begin with the end in mind. So even if you're a buy and hold investor and you plan on holding a property for 10, 20, 30 years, you have to really think about your exit at the end of the day. If the market doesn't have great fundamentals, if it doesn't have the economic drivers that you want to see, it might not have a lot of buyers, which means you might buy it really cheap, but you also might have to sell it really cheap.
So with technology these days and the systems and setting it up right from the beginning, a lot of it can be managed remotely. Manage your payments online. We have a call center that answers the phones. I'm actually switching that now to actually have more of the phones come to me now, so I can get a better grip and even squeeze it a little bit more, because it's my facility. I'll know what I can do, what options, rather than if it's a call center, they can only do so much. But there's capabilities out there that, even smart key locks are out there. So as long as you still need some boots on the ground, some local good boots on the ground, which I'm lucky to have.
Pick a place to invest that you can easily get out to. First thing, Atlanta, there's literally 5 flights a day out there. We're out there on the 7 a.m. flight out there. We're back on the 7 p.m. flight back. I wake up and sleep in my bed, right? I can get out there. If Chris, if you're out there, you called me, there's a problem, I can literally be out there tomorrow morning, right? It's easy to get out. I can be out there today if it's right now, probably the last flight I think was like 1 o'clock. It's easy to get out there. So that's the first thing, right? I'm not investing in, some random place, Bozeman, no offense to them, but like, it's probably 2 hops to get there, right? I'm going to burn the whole day traveling. And then the second piece is just, having a dedicated team, right? I remember touring that property before we bought it, and literally tenants were throwing trash over the balcony out into that's literally the kind of property we bought, right? But you put a plan together, execute that business plan, and luckily with this day and age, you can do most of this remotely, right? It's beautiful.
One of the things that I've learned through the years is, people will talk about marketing and they'll talk about markets as if they're all the same, they all operate the same way, and they don't. There's a learning curve. There's things that make sense in California that buyers won't touch with a 10-foot pole in another state. So there's markets that are good for appreciation. There's markets that are good for cash flow. I'm sure you're relatively familiar with that. So, and you got to look at what buyers are going to respond to if you're going to wholesale, what buyers are going to respond to if you're going to flip. So the first thing we look at is there any demand in a market? Before we even look at a market, is there any demand? And to tell you the truth, Chris, we've lined ourselves up with institutional buyers, hedge funds, and different buyers that are fairly aggressive across the country. And so one of the things that I look at is, where are my institutional buyers at?
It's not magic. It's going out and finding people that are doing the things that you want to do and building relationships with them.
Wait, right? So there's work to it. It's not like a Facebook post.
It's not a Facebook post. It's a lot of, just phone calls. So look, everything in business, as we find out, is that it's about creating your tribe, having people that know, like, and trust you, and align with your own core values, right? When you can start there, then it's very easy to implement these other things, right? Business transactions become second nature once you have personal transactions that's taking place, right? The personal relationships. So it's finding your tribe. And believe me, there's plenty of people out there that are doing this business that I don't want to partner with, right? And there's plenty of people in the business that I do. So it's going out, kicking tires, starting relationships, finding out what drives other people. And then not just what they say, but what they do.